Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness today. Confusion rocks APC as behind curtains discussion are beginning to find its way to the media. As we speak, a lot has taken place, and the likes of Asiwaju have spoken, telling his supporters what to do. The president also have decided to give final message before the primaries kicks off, and of course, Rotimi Akeredolu have decided to air his mind. So many things, we're going to wrap this into one, but before we do that, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Let's start with what Buhari told APC delegates ahead of time. Well, this is coming from the stable of the president and the same President Buhari's message to APC delegates. He said President Muhammad Buhari welcomes all delegates taking part in picking a presidential standard bearer for the All Progressive Congress APC to Abuja, urging them to exercise their franchise in an atmosphere devoid of any form of inducement or manipulation. As I said when I met with the Progressive Governors Forum last week, the outcome of this primary election should prove to the world the positive quality of the APC regarding democratic principles, culture as well as leadership, the president stated. He added that the delegates should conduct themselves decently and in order, reiterating that APC stands for positive change in the way of doing things and we must reflect this in all areas of our lives and conduct. President Buhari salutes all delegates who have travelled from far and near, describing them as the true pillars of the party, who have been our strength from formation to our first electoral victory, to the second in 2019, and to the third by the grace of Almighty Allah in 2022. The president recalls that he told the National Advisory Council at State House on Sunday night that we are marching towards the third straight victory since 2015 at the presidential polls. He urged the delegates to vote wisely and pick a person that would fly the banner of the party to a resounding victory next year. President Buhari wishes all delegates a happy stay in the Federal Capital Territory and a safe trip when they travel back to their respective destinations. Signed, Femi Adesina, for the President, Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity. Now, from all indication what President Buhari is saying, he's saying that he may not have really endorsed a consensus candidate, which means APC delegates now have power. Of course, Asiwaju have decided to tell his supporters and followers that they should fọkànbalẹ̀. They should fọkànbalẹ̀, meaning relax your heart. Nothing has really happened. We are under control. Things are under control. Then, of course, there's this meeting that was impromptu emergency meeting held some few hours ago. The result is out where the APC, PGF, and the NWC met together to discuss between the delegates power shift to the south and the consensus candidate. It has been trending on social media for a while now, while the Adamu-led chairman is insisting that there will be a consensus candidate. To him, according to him, he said it has been endorsed by the president. Yeah, the president is actually exonerating himself from it. I'm not there. It is you people that will decide. Don't involve me in this matter. Then again, the governors, Northern Governors Forum, are insisting that the power should shift to the south. Hear what the meeting between the NWC and the Northern Governors Forum and PGF have resolved. But let's find out quickly. So the meeting between members of the All Progressive Congress APC Progressive Governors Forum PGF and the Party National Working Committee NWC ended in deadlock at the party national secretariat on Monday night. That's just a few hours ago. Almost all the members of the NWC and the progressive governors were in attendance during the meeting at the National Secretariat of the ruling party that lasted for an hour, except the national chairman Abdullahi Adamu. In attendance include governors of Lagos Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Kaduna Nisa El-Rufai, Kano Umar Ganduje, Plateau Simon Lalong, Niger Sani Bello Nasarawa Abdullahi Sule, Borno Babagana Zulum, Gombe Mohammed Inuwa Yahaya, among others. The governors that arrived at the party's national secretary around 8 p.m. and headed to the neck hall of the party came out without addressing newsmen that waited endlessly. The meeting was not unconnected with the controversy rocking the party over the choice of the party's presidential candidate for the 2023 presidential election. Sources close to the governors revealed that the meeting was shifted to the Abuja house of the national chairman, adding that they could not arrive at any agreement over the consensus candidate due to interest. The whole thing is beginning to smell. Although Bola Ahmed Tinubu is saying for Kobale, because the president right now has not agreed that he endorsed, although at the beginning he said, okay, let's look towards consensus candidates. But it looks like even Adamu himself seemed to be the only one having a particular candidate in mind, because they were saying, okay, if there will be a consensus candidate, maybe it is a party member, or maybe it's my candidate. All of a sudden, they all realize that their candidate may not even be involved. Don't forget that when they all bought a form, there was a place where they had a signature you have to sign with a pineapple's post stamp that agreed, will you condescend or will you resign? This is a form of resignation in case the party resolves on a consensus candidate. And now with all those skirmishes going on at the beginning of this whole primaries, it clearly shows that there have been a consensus candidate in mind. But it's shocking really that one is looking at Lawan. With due respect to him as the Senate President, one would say he does not sell. If you ask me, I don't think if you want to go by pedigree, apart from the state giving him coverage, he doesn't have the pedigree. With due respect to him, he doesn't look like someone who is sellable to Nigerians. Don't forget that most Nigerians out there call him a rubber stamped Senate President. Now imagine a rubber stamped Senate President who Nigerians call him because of the fact that he seemed not to hold sway or even have the mind of the Nigerian citizen. Rather, for the sake of peace, according to him, he needs to work in line with the executive as if they are actually meant to take orders, but rather to check. That's the beauty of the three arms of government, to check one another. But rather than doing the checking, it looks as if they're working in line with one another. Now, with that person as a sellable candidate, except of course it's all about the state, it's all about the APC, it's all about the leadership of the Nigeria. But if it's about the Nigerian youth, it's about the election, it's about the average Nigerian citizen out there, then you must give a candidate that is sellable. And I feel that just to cut the long story short, Lawan may not be that ticket that they are looking at, but then this is Nigeria. Everything is possible. With Tinubu not being shaken at all, saying, fuck Obale, nothing has changed really. We are still on top of our game. Let's meet in our conversation. Do you agree with him? Or do you think, honestly, they should begin to formulate? They should start getting really worried and start shouting?